In this video, I will show you how to create Active Directories and how to remove Active Directories. So Active Directories is one of the way of making folders, or let's say virtual folders within your server. So if you work in a company, you probably have different projects or different domains, so you can make partitions between these projects or domains by doing Active Directories. So let's start doing that. So click on Server Manager and you can add Active Directory by clicking on Manage, add new rules and features, or probably you can do it from here by clicking on Add Rule Manager. So if you look at the steps, it's described here on the left. So before you begin, you need to read this. If you would like, you can skip it. If you're familiar with these rules, click on Next. Installation type is rule-based or feature-based installation. Next. Server selection. This is our server. Next. So there are different type of Active Directories. Each one has a purpose, but let's right now focus on domain service Active Directory. Click on Add Feature. You will notice later on that once you click on you want to install Active Directory domain services, the DNS server will be installed, because simply click on Next. Here's what kind of feature you want to add for the Active Directory. There are different type of features. Right now, let's just keep it like this. We don't need anything right now. Probably we need to add. You can add .NET Framework 3.55 features. Next, then Active Directory domain service. Next. Now you install. Now probably it will take some time to install. Close, and if you'll notice now installing here. Refresh, can refresh the computer, the server. Alright, so promote this server to a domain controller. We need to add domain controller. Click on domain controller, and if you have an existing domain, you can click on that, or if you have a forest of domains, you can click here. But right now we don't have any forest or any domain. Basically, we add our own. Next. Define the password. Next. It will work. Verify a NetBIOS name. It will be assigned automatically for that. You can change it, by the way. Next. Next. Review options. Next. If you like to review what you created, probably it will help you to know exactly what you did. Prerequisite check. Install. Okay, so now it will start to activate the Active Directory. Alright. Alright, so now the server manager is starting up, and now you'll see that the Active Directory will show up. See, this is the Active Directory. It's been show up, and this is the related DNS, and now if we would like to add organization units to the Active Directory, we simply go to Tools, Active Directory, User and Computers. It will show up our Active Directory. These are the set queries. There is no items. Basically, right click here and type new organization unit. Organization unit allows you to define different type of organization departments or groups, and where you can define different rules or users. Let's say I created an organization unit called management, or you can define something called HR or anything, and you define your own the groups or the contacts or what type of computers. Let's say, for example, I need to define a user, Jack Sparrow. Okay, so this is Jack Sparrow. He's in the management team, and his login name is Jack Sparrow. I hope it's right. I think it's R. Yeah, singular. Next, and you can type the password, but you have to make sure that you meet the requirement of the password, which is at least one number, one special character, cap letter, I guess. So you can define whether that the user must change the password at next login, or user cannot change the password, or password never expires. And if you'd like to disable the user account, if he any user or any employee who leaves the company, you can disable the account. So next finish. So I have created an employee or a user within the management department called Jack Sparrow, and if you double click on it, you can see that the details. You can do any change you want or do modification in the user profile. Okay, so this is how you create Active Directory, and as you can see that the DNS is automatically installed. If you go to the add rules and features, you will see that Active Directory domain service has been installed, and in addition to that, the DNS server has been installed. Okay, now let's say we would like to delete the Active Directory. It's really simple way of doing that. You just click on Manage, Remove, Next, and select the server. Next. So you select Active Directory. It will click on Remove feature. Now probably it will not be direct removal. It will ask you to demote this domain controller. So we need to demote this one. Demote force the removal of this domain controller or last domain controller in this domain. You just can click on last domain controller in the domain. Next, proceed with the removal. Next, remove this DNS zone, remove the application partition. Next, type the password. Okay, demote. Close. So now close will start now. So it will start automatically. Okay, so let's log in. Now this is the server manager starting now. Server manager. Okay, if you look at the server manager, you find that the Active Directory is still available. It's just being demoted from the domain controller. So in order to remove it, you need to go to add remove features and rules. Next, select the server. Now you can, this is add. Go to remove. Next. Now you can remove the Active Directory and the DNS. Next, remove. Now it's removing the Active Directory and it's the DNS rule. Now it will restart after the removal. Just refresh the server. Okay, now it's done, so we need to restart, update and restart, and it's restarting now. Okay, let's log in again. Okay, so now if you see that the domain server, Active Directory service domain has been removed, and even the DNS. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy it and have a good day.